Have you ever felt ignored by your children? Do you wonder how to deal with their disrespect without losing your cool? In this video, you will discover a simple but powerful approach to handle delicate situations, avoiding arguments and frustrations. Often, when a parent feels neglected or not listened to, the first reaction is to get angry. However, this response does not solve anything and, in fact, can make things worse. The solution is not in controlling or scolding, but in adopting a different attitude, capable of radically transforming the situation. Today we will reveal to you a 6-step method, extremely effective for regaining serenity and improving communication with your children. These are not magic tricks, but concrete strategies that you can put into practice immediately and in everyday life. In this video, we will see together what to do when your children ignore you or show you no respect. Step 1. Keep your emotions in check. The first thing you need to do is manage your reactions. When your children ignore you or disrespect you, anger or frustration are natural but not helpful responses. Stop for a moment, take a deep breath, and remember that your calm is key. If you stay calm, you will not only avoid unnecessary conflicts, but you will also send a message of strength and confidence. Your children will notice your stability and will start to reflect on their behavior. Furthermore, keeping calm allows you to think clearly and not react impulsively. Anger can lead you to words or actions that you may regret and that could further damage the relationship. Being in control of your emotions does not mean repressing what you feel, but knowing how to manage them constructively. When children see a parent who does not let frustration overwhelm them, they in turn learn that it is possible to face difficulties with maturity and self-control, also improving their reaction to you and the way they relate to you. Step 2. Show understanding without giving in. Once you have calmed down, observe what is really happening. Do not respond immediately with authority or criticism. Ask yourself what could be behind your children's behavior. Often there are feelings of insecurity, stress, or difficulty that they do not express clearly. Speaking empathetically does not mean tolerating disrespect, but trying to understand the underlying motivations, which could lead to a more constructive dialogue. Understanding is key to building a bridge of communication. Showing empathy is not about being weak, but about showing that you are willing to see the world from their perspective. When children feel that they are being listened to without being immediately judged, they are more likely to open up and share their true feelings. Understanding what is really going on allows you to address the root of the problem, rather than simply responding to the surface of the behavior. Step 3. Set clear boundaries. Calmly, even if you remain calm and understanding, it is crucial to set clear boundaries. Calmly explain what is acceptable and what is not for you, and make it clear that there will be consequences if those boundaries are crossed. Don't use threatening or authoritative tones, but remain firm, consistent, and assertive. This will teach them that actions have consequences, but without triggering an emotional fight. Boundaries are essential to give children structure and a sense of security. However, they must be set in a balanced way, avoiding imposing rules that are too rigid or excessively permissive. Defining consequences calmly ensures that they do not feel unfairly punished, but understand that every action has its consequences. When boundaries are clear and consistent, they not only help children to better orient themselves, but they prepare them to face the reality outside the family, where every action has a cost or a reward, both at a young age and in adulthood. Step 4. Set the example you want to see. Children learn more from what they see than from what they hear. If you want respect, be respectful. If you want them to listen to you, show that you are willing to do the same. In any tense situation, your children are looking to see how you react. Your calmness, patience, and ability to manage conflict are the best teaching you can give. Being a good example does not mean being perfect, but being consistent. When children see that you practice what you preach and what you claim to teach them, they will develop greater trust in you. For example, if you want them to listen to you, always be available to listen to them. If you want them to have respect, treat them with respect even in times of disagreement. Remember that the example you set has a direct impact on how your children will behave, not only in the family, but also in future relationships with others. Step 5. Create moments of connection outside of conflict. In addition to addressing disrespectful behavior, it's important to build a strong, positive relationship with your children outside of conflict situations. Give them quality time, without distractions, to talk, listen, and do activities together. The stronger the bond, the more likely it is that respect will grow naturally over time. Creating moments of connection helps establish a foundation of trust and affection that will make conflicts less frequent and less intense. Sharing pleasant experiences and doing activities together strengthens the emotional bond and facilitates communication. These moments allow children to feel appreciated and accepted, which in turn increases the likelihood that they will show respect and consideration, even in difficult times. A strong bond is the best breeding ground for mutual respect. Step 6. Give them space to reflect. After you have calmly addressed the situation and established clear boundaries, give your children space to reflect on their behavior. Don't push too hard for an immediate response or a sudden change. Sometimes awareness and respect come over time. By giving them the space they need, you allow a process of personal maturation. This will help them internalize your teachings and understand the importance of respect on their own without feeling forced. When you give your children time and space for reflection, they have the opportunity to analyze their behavior and better understand the consequences of their actions. Forcing them to change or admit their mistake could generate resistance. By giving them time, you help them develop a self-awareness that is much more powerful than any reprimand. Maturation requires patience, and with the right support, you will see the lessons learned take root more deeply. Now that you have learned these 6 steps to handle their disrespect in a calm and constructive way, we want to give you some final advice to further strengthen your bond and improve communication. First of all, it is important to learn to let go of small conflicts. Not everything deserves a battle. Sometimes choosing not to react to daily provocations is the best choice. This does not mean ignoring problems, but evaluating where it is really necessary to intervene and where instead you can leave room for natural growth. By letting the little things slide, your children will understand that not everything has to become a conflict. Another helpful strategy is to involve them in family decisions. Giving them a voice in matters that affect them makes them feel like they are part of the family and strengthens their sense of responsibility. This will also help them better understand the value of respect and develop problem-solving skills. Also, remember to recognize their progress. Parents often focus only on their children's negative behaviors, but it is important to notice and appreciate even small improvements. A simple acknowledgement of positive effort can go a long way in reinforcing the behaviors you want to see more of. Not being afraid to admit your mistakes is also a healthy thing to consider. If you overreacted or handled a situation poorly in the past, apologizing to your children is a sign of strength, not weakness. Admitting you were wrong will help them understand that the mistake is part of the learning process and that you too are on a constant path of growth. Finally, always maintain a long-term perspective. Change doesn't happen overnight, especially in family relationships. Every step toward greater calm, understanding, and respect is an important step toward a stronger, longer-lasting relationship. Don't be discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Patience and consistency will bring great benefits over time. With these last tips, you will be able to face daily challenges with greater serenity, building a more harmonious family environment based on mutual respect. And you? How do you react when your children ignore you or do not respect you? Now you have the tools to manage these situations calmly and emotionally intelligently. Remember that maintaining control of your emotions, understanding without giving in, and establishing clear boundaries will not only improve your relationship with them, but will guide them towards a more respectful and conscious growth.